But first off, let me tell you a little bit about this particular series. So I started building this boat. He went from stainless rigging, nice polished stainless, to conduit. And let me tell you guys, this man was not happy. And at the end of the day, no matter how good your work is, or how good you think you are, or whatever the case may be, somebody out there thinks that your work is trash. He liked it, then he didn't like it. This guy was a serious pain in my butt. And you guys will have to watch the video, because not only did he not like it from the get-go, he loved it when he picked it up. 3 days later, was very unhappy, brought it back. Like I told him, if you find anything you don't like, you see anything you don't like, bring it back. I will be glad to fix it for you. He brought it back. I fixed everything. Super happy again. Then over 30 days later, he has the audacity to text me and ask me if he can get his money back. Not only did he leave with it happy once, left with it happy twice, and then over 30 days later, he was unhappy again. I personally think it's just because it's not stainless. He's used to that stainless. Now he's got conduit, steel rigging, that's gonna rust. So, his choice, his pick. All right, y'all, this is the new build. Yeah, it looks good, but it's really not good. The stainless is really old. It's fragile. It's all bending and breaking and cracking everywhere. All right, you guys, so it's got a big crack and ugly weld fixed there. This back bar is real bent, if you can see it. Got another break and crack over here. All the wires broke and cracked apart, as you can see. And this is pretty ghetto. If you guys go to a lot of these backyard builders, you go to pick up your boat, you'll get something like that. So make sure you guys pay attention when you pick up your boats. Not saying that that's the situation that happened to this fella. So this is not the original motor stand for this motor. This is the original rigging that was built, and they converted it for this motor. You can see they got the original old school mounts like I use in there, and what we're going to use when we redo it. But somebody just welded this angle on here. There's another spot where it broke up there where they welded it, and then they welded this big old heavy piece up on there and did a whole bunch of stuff up in there. And then they ran short on material here and patched into it. Pretty welds though, I'll give them that, but that's just not quality work. That bar's all bent as can be, but the cage wires just broke everywhere. It's missing a big old section here. It's all snapped there. The main leg on the motor stand, see, all cracked right there, all the way across, and the same on the other side in the same spot. It gets old, it gets fragile, and there's some heat put there, and there's some, you know, good little distance right there where there's no support. This motor's got a lot of power because it has bent they're homemade motor mounts now. Probably not the best design, but still it bent them, every single one of them, and they are all cracked and broken. All right, y'all, I've got the boat off the trailer and in the shop to get the motor off of it. But anyways, I've rushed off to Panther this morning to be able to start this weekend to get motor mount. I've rushed off to Panther this morning to be able to start this weekend to get motor mount. That's what I use. I ordered these from Jernigan's, and they sent the ones that are just like mine, which is cool, but I wanted the other 520 mounts. All right, y'all, I got the new jig made. I had to make a new one because his stringers are 35 and a half. All right, y'all, So I'm in the process of taking off the old motor mounts, these homemade motor mounts that are all bent and broke. But as I was taking out the old bolts out of the top of these homemade mounts, I looked and I was like, man, what kind of washer is that? And it's a gosh darn grinder nut to tighten down your cutting wheels and your grinding wheels. And the same thing was on the other side. They used it to shim the motor. And look at this bolt. I mean, it might be case hard, but I mean, it's fully threaded, and that's not really what you want. That awesome conversion of a motor stand they had was eating them threads. So that much being said real quick, before I get the motor mounts off, is just look at the condition and the rigging that people do to stuff. And when that boat right there pulled up to the house, I was like, man, that thing's pretty. You know, from the eye it looked amazing, but once I got into looking at it, you know, and seeing as I was taking it apart, all the ghetto-ness to it. Anyways, what I'm getting at is, guys, if you're buying a used boat, thoroughly look over this stuff. If you have a boat built by somebody, look over everything they do. All right, y'all, it is a few days later because I have been fighting with motor mounts. I called Jernigan's and Plant City, and I ordered motor mounts. He sent me a picture. He had 3 different kinds. I told him originally I wanted this kind. He sent me a different kind. So I had to get another set sent out. So I got these, and then they didn't send me these inserts. Long story short, I got... All right, y'all, it is late, as you can see, but man, after fighting with these freaking motor mounts and all this other stuff I had to deal with, it's been a heck of a day, but we almost got her done. This has just been one of those days where a motor stand takes the whole day between watching my kid and the other things I had to do. Long story short on those, that's a whole nother subject, but we got 2 more braces to put in. We're gonna put one in from here to the back there, but we got our X braces in. We got it looking pretty good. Everything's plumb bob, still level, still straight and clean and fresh and all that good stuff. So I kind of, you know, if you watch my other videos, if you haven't, go check them out. But I like for my brace that comes in from the back that I like to send through to hit where the rigging's gonna go, and I gotta figure out where the rigging's gonna go. So that's where I'm probably gonna leave it tonight, but that's what we got. Everything looks good. All right, you guys, this is where I'm at with it so far with the rigging, the foot stand. So I came out, and this thing's got to be 4 foot wide because his box is 4 foot wide. And I would almost turn this, they got it mounted big side down, which is cool, but I would have mounted it the other way. Anyways, it is mounted widest side bottom, so it is 48 inches and an eighth, 48 and an eighth, which is 4 foot and an eighth. So I got this 4 foot, and in the pictures he sent me that he wants, he came up with his own design. This was his original design. It will focus, but he doesn't have enough boat for that. So, but he does not have enough boat for his design. I mean, he said he's not very picky, and he sent me quite a few pictures of different boats, and he said he's not really picky, and he's kind of simple, so just make it look similar to one of those, and he's basically good with it. So this is what I've come up with so far. All right, y'all, this is where I got with it, and this is where I decided to stop for tonight because I sent Aaron some pictures, the owner of the boat, and I asked him if he liked it, and I ran to the store real quick, came back. I had a missed call from him, no text back, missed call. I called him a few times, it wasn't going through. I texted him, told him it wasn't going through, that I tried to call him back, and then I called again and it went through, but no answer. So if he doesn't like something, I'm gonna stop now. That way I can still try to fix it. But this is where we are at with it now. I think it looks pretty killer for just running with something, you know. It's got some cool bends to it. Sweeps up. I don't know, I think it looks good, but it's not my boat. Different strokes, different folks. So I'm gonna wait till I hear from him. This is gonna end it for tonight, guys. See you back in the morning. I'm hunting first thing, but as soon as I get home, we'll be starting on this. All right, guys, update. He didn't like these braces at first because I sent him pictures, and pictures really don't do it justice, neither does the video. But I sent him a video that did a lot better justice than the pictures did. And he now likes the front bars, but wants them to end into the center of the X. And I disagree for the fact that that's a lot of heat for conduit. It's already got a lot of heat wrapped around this and wrapped around the backside of this. And if you wrap this and wrap this and wrap this and wrap this, that's just a lot of heat for conduit. It really is. And I told him take his time, wait till tomorrow. I'm not gonna do anything else on it tonight. So I hope he thinks about it, because I mean, I'll put it there, not a problem. I'll have to cut these out and clean it and make new ones, but that's a lot of heat. And now we have heat here and heat here, and this is going to be cut off and clean, so there's going to be nothing there. So I hope that he decides to keep it this way, is all I'm saying, because I've already put a lot of heat in there and I don't want to put no more. So we will be back tomorrow. Again, I'm hunting first thing, guys, so it's late. Getting in, washing my butt, eating some grub, getting in a tree stand first thing. So see you in the morning. All right, y'all, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Remember, guys, comment down below, leave your opinion. Again, I'm not gonna call the guy out by name. So that much being said, during the whole motor mount situation, after the boat was done, and not only did he bring the boat back once after he left super happy, but the second time he brought it back after 3 days later of not being happy. And then I fixed everything that he wasn't happy about, and then he left happy again. He still did not return the motor mounts back to Jernigan's that I paid for on my card from the original ones that were wrong. So they charged me another $300 and something also, because he didn't take those back. So that's another thing to keep in mind. But again, there's going to be another episode immediately after this one, so stay tuned, keep watching. Remember, as always, guys, I love you, Jesus loves you. No matter how good your work is, there's going to be someone out there that doesn't like it, or whatever the situation. You can't make everybody happy, but I love you, Jesus loves you. Till next time, guys, see ya.